Welcome to our channel. We're excited to have you join us for another deep dive into the world of stocks. If there's a particular stock you'd like us to analyze in a future video, please let us know in the comments below. Your feedback helps us create content that matters to you. Also, if you find our analysis helpful, consider buying us a thanks to support our channel and help us upgrade our equipment for even better videos. Now let's get started with today's featured stock, FATPipe Inc., trading under the NASDAQ symbol FATN. We're putting this stock under the microscope and analyzing it from every angle. Ready? Let's dive in. Today's focus is on FATPipe Inc., ticker symbol FATN. This company has recently caught the attention of traders and investors alike due to its dramatic price movements. We'll be breaking down the technicals, the trends, and what might be driving all this action. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just starting out, understanding the story behind FATN's recent surge can offer valuable lessons. So let's set the stage and see what's been happening with this intriguing stock. Let's kick things off with a general overview of FATN's recent performance. The stock has been extremely volatile over the past few months, with significant price swings that have kept traders on their toes. Starting around $8.40 in late June, FATN saw a sharp rise to nearly $10.90 before entering a prolonged downtrend. Most dramatic move came in September, especially on the 19th, when the stock soared to close at $8.89 after dipping as low as $6.60 earlier in the month. This represents a remarkable 34% increase from the September lows. The overall trend has shifted from bearish to a strong short-term uptrend, with explosive momentum in the final session. This kind of price action often signals either a major fundamental catalyst or speculative trading at play. Next, let's examine the price-volume relationship, which often reveals the true strength behind a move. For most of the analyzed period, FATN's trading volumes were modest, ranging from 5,000 to 100,000 shares. But on September 19, everything changed. Volume skyrocketed to over 11 million shares as the price surged to $8.89. This massive spike in volume validates the price move and signals intense market participation. The VWAP, or volume-weighted average price, sits at 10.0373, which is above the current close, suggesting there may still be room for the upward momentum to continue. However, such an extreme volume surge also raises questions about how sustainable this rally really is. Moving averages are a key tool for spotting trends and momentum shifts. For FATN, the current price of $8.89 is above most short and medium-term moving averages, which is a bullish sign. The 5-day SMA is at 6.658 and the 5-day EMA at 7.0338, both trailing the current price. Medium-term averages like the 10-day SMA 6.4749 and EMA 6.65, as well as the 20-day SMA 6.2991 and EMA 6.4727 are all below the current price. This confirms the strength of the intermediate trend. Notably, the exponential moving averages are consistently above their simple counterparts, highlighting the recent acceleration in price action and emphasizing the momentum behind this advance. Let's talk technical indicators. While not all data points are available, the ones we do have paint a picture of exceptional momentum. Momentum indicators suggest strong buying pressure, but also hint at possible exhaustion. The MACD and RSI aren't provided, but given the price surge, the RSI is likely approaching overbought territory. Stochastics and volatility indicators are also missing, but the price range expansion clearly points to rising volatility. Overall, the technicals show a powerful short-term uptrend, but also warn that the move may be overextended and due for a pause or pullback. Let's pause for a moment to clarify what moving averages are and why they matter. Moving averages smooth out price data to help identify trends over different time frames. Simple moving averages, SMAs, give equal weight to all prices in the period, while exponential moving averages, EMAs, give more weight to recent prices, making them more responsive to new information. In technical analysis, when the price is above its moving averages, it's often seen as a bullish sign, while being below can signal weakness. Linear regression is a statistical tool used to identify the direction and strength of a trend. For FATN, the regression slope is positive at 0.2695, indicating an upward trend. However, the extreme price movement on the final day has a big impact on this calculation. The R-squared value of 0.5156 means that about 51.56% of the price movement can be explained by the linear trend. Interestingly, the predicted price from the regression is much higher than the actual price, suggesting either an anomaly or the start of a new trend phase that the model can't fully capture. This highlights just how volatile and unpredictable the recent price action has been. Linear regression is a method used in technical analysis to model the relationship between time and price. It helps traders identify the underlying trend by fitting a straight line through the price data. The slope shows the direction and strength of the trend, while the R-squared value tells us how well the trend line fits the actual data. A high R-squared means the trend line explains most of the price movement, while a low value suggests more randomness. Looking ahead to the next trading day, the technical setup suggests more fireworks. Given the explosive momentum and the fact that FATN closed near its high at $8.89, a higher opening is likely. The surge in both price and volume points to continued bullish sentiment, but the size of the one-day gain, over 48%, also means volatility could be off the charts. We estimate an opening range between $9 and $9.50, with the potential for an initial spike followed by sharp swings. Of course, overnight news or market developments could shift this outlook, so stay alert. Support and resistance levels are crucial for understanding where a stock might pause or reverse. For FATN, the current price is above most moving averages, which now act as dynamic support. The nearest significant static support is around $60.700, the previous highs before the recent surge. Since FATN is at its highest point in 3 months, there are no obvious historical resistance levels above the current price. This means the stock is in price discovery mode, where new resistance levels will form as the price advances. Key levels to watch include the breakout point at $7.14 and the psychological round numbers at $9 and $10. Price discovery is the process by which a market determines the price of an asset in real time, especially when it's trading at new highs or lows. With no historical resistance above, FATN is in price discovery mode. This means buyers and sellers are actively negotiating the value, and new resistance levels will only become clear as the price moves higher. It's an exciting but risky phase for any stock. Estimating potential highs and lows for the next session is tricky, especially with such volatility. The ATR14 value isn't provided, but we can use the recent trading range as a proxy. On September 19, FATN moved from $7.14 to $10.77 and closed at $8.89, a range of about $3.63. If we apply this to the next day, the potential high could be around $12.52 and the low could dip to $5.26. However, with such extreme moves, actual volatility could be even greater. Traders should be prepared for wide price swings and manage risk accordingly. Average True Range, ATR, is a popular indicator for measuring market volatility. It calculates the average range between high and low prices over a set period, helping traders estimate how much a stock might move in a day. High ATR values mean higher volatility, which can present both opportunities and risks. In FATN's case, the recent price swings suggest a very high ATR, even if the exact number isn't available. Let's explore the bullish scenario. If the current momentum continues, FATN could push through the $10 level or even higher in the near term. Strong volume would validate the price increase, and moving averages would keep rising, providing dynamic support. Even if the stock becomes overbought, momentum might persist as traders pile in. This scenario is all about riding the wave, but it's important to stay alert for signs of exhaustion or reversal. In a neutral scenario, FATN might enter a consolidation phase around current levels, possibly between $7.50 and $9.50. Some profit taking could occur, but buying interest would likely emerge at higher support levels, preventing a deep pullback. Volume might decrease during this sideways movement, only to pick up again when the next directional move begins. This scenario is common after a big run-up, as the market digests gains and prepares for the next move. Bearish scenario involves a significant pullback, driven by overbought conditions and the massive one-day gain. FATN could retest support levels around $7.50 or even lower. Volume would likely decrease during the pullback, signaling a lack of strong buying interest at higher prices. Given the size of the recent surge, a quick mean reversion is possible before any longer-term trend resumes. This scenario highlights the risks of chasing a parabolic move. Mean reversion is the idea that prices tend to move back toward their average over time. After an extreme move like FATN's recent surge, there's a higher chance of a pullback as the price reverts to its mean. This concept is important for traders to understand, as it helps manage expectations and risk during periods of high volatility. Volatility running high, risk management becomes even more critical. Traders should consider setting stop-loss orders to protect against sudden reversals and avoid overexposing themselves to a single position. Diversifying your portfolio and only risking a small portion of your capital on highly volatile stocks like FATN can help you weather the ups and downs. Remember, no trade is worth risking your financial well-being. Volume is a key indicator of market conviction. Watch for sustained high volume on up days, which can confirm the strength of a move. Conversely, declining volume on pullbacks may signal that selling pressure is fatting. For FATN, monitoring volume patterns at key psychological levels like $9 and $10 will be crucial in assessing whether the current momentum can be sustained. Psychological price levels, like round numbers, often act as magnets for price action. For FATN, the $9 and $10 marks are likely to attract attention from both buyers and sellers. These levels can serve as resistance in an uptrend or support in a pullback. Keep an eye on how the stock behaves around these numbers, as they can provide clues about the next move. Support is a price level where buying interest is strong enough to prevent the price from falling further. Resistance is where selling pressure is strong enough to cap advances. These levels are important for traders to identify, as they help set entry and exit points. In volatile stocks like FATN, support and resistance can shift quickly, so it's important to stay flexible. FATN's recent surge is a classic example of momentum-driven trading. When a stock starts moving quickly in one direction, it often attracts more traders looking to ride the wave. This can lead to parabolic moves, but also increases the risk of sharp reversals. Momentum trading can be profitable, but it requires discipline and quick decision-making. Parabolic move happens when a stock's price accelerates rapidly, often due to surge in buying interest or speculation. These moves can be exciting, but they rarely last. Parabolic advances are usually followed by sharp corrections as traders take profits and latecomers rush to exit. Recognizing a parabolic move can help you avoid getting caught at the top. While the short-term trend for FATN is undeniably strong, traders should exercise caution before jumping in at these elevated levels. The risk of a sharp pullback is high, especially after such an explosive move. If you're considering a new position, make sure you have a clear plan for managing risk and know where you'll exit if the trade goes against you. For long-term investors, extreme volatility can create opportunities. If FATN experiences a meaningful pullback, it could offer a better entry point for those with a longer time horizon. However, patience and discipline are key. Wait for signs of stabilization and confirmation that the trend is resuming before committing significant capital. Always keep an eye on news and potential catalysts that could impact the stock. Unexpected announcements, earnings reports, or broader market events can quickly change the outlook for FATN. Staying informed will help you react quickly and make better trading decisions in a fast-moving environment. Sum up, FATPIP INC is in the midst of an extraordinary short-term bullish trend, driven by explosive momentum and record volume. The technicals confirm the strength of the move, but also highlight the risks of a sharp correction. Whether you're a trader or investor, understanding the dynamics at play can help you navigate the volatility and make smarter decisions. Remember to manage risk, watch key levels, and stay flexible as the story unfolds. As we wrap up, remember that trading volatile stocks like FATN requires both skill and caution. The potential rewards are high, but so are the risks. Always have a plan, stick to your strategy, and don't let emotions drive your decisions. If you found this analysis helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth stock breakdowns. Your support helps us keep bringing you quality content. Thank you for watching. If you have a stock you'd like us to analyze next, drop it in the comments below. Don't forget to support the channel if you can, and stay tuned for more market insights and technical breakdowns. Until next time, trade smart and stay safe.